Hey, yo, what's good? I go by Stealth the Producer, man. Definitely appreciate you checking out this video. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of beat breakdowns on this channel, and I'll be making beats live and whatnot, but I got a ton of beats and sessions in my FL folder, and I just kind of want to go through them and break them down and kind of give people insight to how I make my beats. This is my first video, but I'm not new to producing. You know what I'm saying? I've been producing for a very, very long time, and I do sell my beats online. You can check out my website. The link is in the description. And if you want to have a Q&A, just ask your questions below. Any questions you have about production, drop your comments and drop your questions, and I will compile up a list of questions and make a video later answering all those questions like a Q&A type thing. So if it's anything you want to know about me, who I am, anything like that, I can do a video like that if that's something that you guys want to see. But for now, we're just gonna get straight to it. Now with this particular beat, I call this beat Back Home, right? To me, it was like a Drake type beat. I really felt like it had like that feel. It was a sample, but really simple drums, simplistic the way I put it together. I do have this beat up on my channel and in my store. Feel free to check it out. But I just kind of want to break down my process, my thought process when I'm making a beat, or how I get inspired, how I start, and how I finish. Let's get straight to it. All right, so basically how I started this beat was I was inspired by a sample, and I grew up in the 90s, so I'm a 90s baby. I know a lot of the R&B that came during that time, and so one day I just, in my mind, I think of a lot of music. Like music, it just kind of hits me throughout the day, you know what I'm saying, random songs or whatever. And there was a song by an artist named Monifa featuring Heavy D called I Miss You. So I just kept, this song was just in my head. I'm like, man, I want to do something with that sample, right? It's a dope sample, dope chords, melodic feel. It has like a dope vibe to it. So I was like, you know what, I want to do something with that sample. So I grabbed it and, you know what I mean? And I just made a beat around it, and that's pretty much how this beat came to play. With this particular beat, like I said, it's really simple. It's pretty much just a sample, drums, and an 808 behind it, and that's about it. I definitely can hear like a Drake on this, on something like this, J. Cole, like that type of artist, but a versatile artist can hop on this too. So one of those beats I feel like a lot of different types of artists can get on. But yeah, this is the sample right here. Like I said, it's Monifa, I Miss You. So basically right here, what I did was I just took the hook and I made that the main part of my hook basically. And then I chopped up the hook for the verse part. And I'm gonna show you how I did that in a minute. But yeah, that's pretty much my hook. I started with that. That's kind of like the start of the beat. And then from here, let me show you the chop that I did. So I took the hook, chopped it up in two different parts, and kind of just replayed it to make its own melody, you know what I'm saying, to make its own new thing, right? That's what you do with samples. You want to manipulate the sample by chopping it up and doing something different. This sample and this whole beat is very simple, so I didn't have to do too much of the sample, but I did want to manipulate and kind of change it up. I didn't just want to have the hook just playing throughout the whole beat, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I did there. So after that, normally what I like to do after I chop up a sample or I have my main melody, like, and you'll see when I make my other videos with my other beats and whatnot, normally I just kind of like to start with either the clap or the snare. So a real simple clap. And then from there, I just added the hi-hat. Real simple, but just something to keep the beat flowing. Give it a little bit of bounce, you know what I mean? Really simple hi-hat, nothing crazy at all. And then I actually layered the hi-hat with one that was kind of more bouncy, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to add more bounce to the beat and more of like a feeling to the drums, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of gave it the little bounce. See, and the thing with layering sounds is layering sounds can trick the ear, you know what I mean? Because this one is like the constant, just the basic, you know what I mean? But when you add this to it, they're both there and you hear both, but your ear kind of hears like the bounce and it's like, oh, like what is that? You know what I mean? So it makes it sound more fuller, but it also kind of tricks the listener to like make it think like it's something more going on, and it's really just two hi-hats layered. That's just the way I did that particular one. I don't do all my hi-hats like that, but for some reason I did this one like that, and I kept it and I liked it, you know what I mean? So, and then from there I just added the open hi-hat. So now we got a little bounce going, now we vibing, you know what I mean? And then when I get to this point, I kind of like adding the kick after I kind of have the bounce of the drums, the hi-hats, the claps, you know what I'm saying? I kind of add the kick. Not all the time, but like I said, with this particular beat, that was the process here. So this was the kick. You know what I'm saying? Nice little bounce, simple. Nice little bounce to it, really simple. But the simple beats are the ones that, you know, a lot of people, a lot of rappers like getting on, you know what I mean? Because there's nothing too distracting to them, you know what I mean? And I tend to make my beats for artists and rappers and singers. A lot of people make their beats for producers, and I'm sure some of y'all kind of know what I mean when I say that. And if you want to know what that means, like, feel free to ask the question, like, yo, like, what do you mean by that? Like, but my beats I make with artists in mind, because that's kind of the game that I came from. I came up developing my own artists and working with artists, you know what I'm saying, independent artists, industry artists, and things like that. So that's kind of how I was groomed to produce. That's how I learned to produce, is for artists. You know what I mean? The simplicity of my beats, especially with this one, is always with an artist in mind, right? And thinking about how they might flow over it, or just giving them the space and creativity to kind of do what they want. Sometimes if you feel a beat up too much, it kind of distracts the artist. And it's like, I've had artists to where it's like, I've sent like crazy melodies, all kind of changes. It's like, yo, like, it's too much. Like, can you take this out or take that out? And I'm like, you know what? Now what I like to do is just keep the beat simple, and if we can go back and do post editing later, we can do all the other stuff later, the drops, different things like that, you know, all the effect tricks and all the other stuff. You could do that later, but get the main idea down and then have the artist determine where the record goes from there. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do. Again, that's kind of like where I came from as far as my production, but hey, that's how I do it. So now I got a little percussion sound right here. You know what I'm saying? Give it more bounce. Y'all know that same bounce we always rock with, you know what I mean? And then I layered the clap with a snare. So yeah, that's pretty much the drums. And then I do have an 808, but that's on the hook. I'll play that. So yeah, I mean, with that, that's pretty much the verse. So I do have a transition sound, a sweep, and I have a crash sound as well. But I'm going to play the drums with the sample, and this is pretty much going to be the verse. You know what I'm saying? You'll see what I mean when I talk about how I kept it really simple for an artist just to get on and kind of just do their own thing, right? Real simple, but it's still vibey. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could flow something crazy over that. You know what I mean? All right, so with the hook, I wanted to get the hook a little more flavor other than just having the sample and the drums, right? So what I did was I replayed the same chords progression from the sample with the EP to kind of layer it, make it sound more fuller, and give it more like of a brightness for the hook, right? So here's what I did. So that's the main EP, and then I like to layer my EPs like with a with an octave. So that's like a low mid, you know what I'm saying? And then I kind of just layered it with a higher octave to give it more brightness, to make it sound more full. So I'll play those chords with the sample. You know what I mean? So you can kind of, and again, like, kind of like what I was saying with the hi-hats earlier to the neck of the ear, you probably wouldn't even notice that I replayed chords on top of that sample, you know what I mean? And then I also added an 808 for the hook. And I kind of switched the drums up a little bit as far as the kick and the hi-hats and things like that. I'll just play that all together. So it's the first part of the hook right here. Just with a clap, kind of empty, no kick. And I brought the kick in and layered the clap with a snare for the second half of the hook. See, when you have a simple beat like that, you got to do little intricate things like that to give it more like character, because it's already so simple. So you got to do the little things count in those situations. It gives it so it don't sound so repetitive. And it's right back to the verse. And I kept the verses short because, again, I kind of wanted to keep the beat moving. You know what I mean? Then it goes right back to the hook. You can hear the EP chords over the sample, you know what I'm saying? The drums with the bounce. And it, like I said, it's a really simple beat, but I feel like it's effective, man. Really dope sample, man. I just wanted to do something with. And that's pretty much that, man. So with this particular beat, what I was thinking, like I said, I heard Drake, like that type of vibe on it. But I mean, like I said, anybody who's creative can hop on something like this. I do feel like it's one of those beats that, like, with the right artist, somebody can go crazy on something like this and make a hit out of it. I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more of these videos, so definitely tap in. I do stream on Twitch. I play games on there and I make beats live. So if you're on Twitch, feel free to follow me. The link is in the description. Ask me questions. You have any questions about this beat or anything about production in general, about samples or whatever, just hit me up. I will answer your question. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna be rocking. I definitely appreciate you guys. Join the Discord. Gonna be a lot more of this, man. It's gonna be a lot more. I definitely want to get some interaction with y'all. Y'all can send me loops and I can rock with y'all stuff. That'd be really dope, you know what I'm saying, to where I can collab with y'all and we can kind of break those beats down. But nah, with this beat is available. If you're an artist or if you're a producer, you just want to check this out, this beat is available. I actually have it uploaded on my channel. I uploaded it last summer, so feel free to check it out. It's called Back Home, and it is in my store as well if you want to lease this beat or purchase the beat. And yeah, man, that's about it, man. I definitely appreciate y'all checking out this video. Feel free to tap in. I do have another video coming this week. There's gonna be a lot of different type of beats that I make and kind of break down. I'm a versatile producer. I do R&B, I do trap, I do beats like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't make just one sound for that. I know a lot of dudes feel like they can only make one thing, and you know, you can only do one thing. You should only do this. Like, nah, I don't really subscribe to that for myself. I can't tell you what to do or anybody else to do, but for me, I like making a variety of beats, and this is one of the type of beats that I like to make. So definitely appreciate you checking out this video. Please like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. I will be doing more videos like this. I will be making beats live, and I will be making beats, like showing more beat breakdowns and things like that. Feel free to check out the links below, the Twitch, my website, things like that. And yeah, man, so anything you want to talk about, let's get it popping. And stealththeproducer.com. And yeah, we're gonna get back to it, man. I'm gonna see y'all. Let's go.